How's it going, guys? So today we're going to be replacing the Tree of Life feed mixer that we've been using for quite a few years. Been looking forward to getting our new mixer we ordered a couple months ago. It's finally ready. They're going to be bringing it out today, so I want to get this one cleaned up. I already swept off the augers, got everything out that we could. Now I just want to pressure wash it. There's some buildup on the inside and then the outside is dirty. This thing was wearing out pretty good. The tub is starting to wear through different parts. The augers are getting worn out, so definitely needed to either be rebuilt or replaced. Brought the pressure washer out here. I was going to hook it up to this hose, and I don't think it's going to work. I guess I'll go grab a hose in the milking parlor and then we can hook that bad boy up. Looking at this mixer now, it doesn't look like we filled it near full, but we actually filled it above the top. But until it piled around, it actually only rubbed about right here. And it's wearing through the walls at the bottom. This is starting to wear out along there. And we actually patched it a little bit. We added this plate at one point and a plate here, plate right there. I don't know how much they've worn down this way. We added these plates on top of here and welded these on maybe 5 years ago. So that helped keep it from wearing too thin. But you can just see that feed just wears away at this metal. It rounds these corners off. I'm gonna clean the rest of the inside and then I'll film outside once we get out there again. Whew. It's nice to get it looking good before it leaves. Just gonna clean up my pressure washer and then we'll go unhook it. We got that dirt and water inside the mixer right now. See if we can't get some of that out. I pulled onto the hill so that all the oil flows to the front of the tractor. We're gonna have to change this shaft. Our mixer ran on a 540 RPM shaft, but the new one's gonna be 1000, so we'll switch this. I need a vice grip so I can do this. And also paper towel. Starter switched up. Gonna pull over to the shop. This thing could use a good cleaning in the cab. Tractor's ready to go. I'm gonna go have some lunch, and then that mixer should be showing up this afternoon in a little bit. All right, there it is. So we ended up getting a Meyer F585. All right, we gotta figure out what goes where. All right, which one's that? So I'm gonna talk about the two mixers, kind of compare them, and why we went with the Meyer. This is a 585 cubic foot mixer. Our old one was in the mid 400s. So we're getting a decent size upgrade. It's gonna hold quite a bit more. But the thing we really liked about this one is it's actually not any taller than our old one. The Trio is 96 inches, this one's 96 inches as well. That's really good for loading with the skid loader. I really didn't wanna get anything much higher. The other ones that we had demoed were a little taller, and some other ones I was researching. So that was one thing we really liked about the Meyer mixers. I'm 6'7" for reference. No, just kidding, I'm 5'10". So we wanted to get one with a conveyor on it. The old one we had this front conveyor with the side part that drops down, and it's got the chain with paddles on it. The new one, it's just a flat conveyor, and it's actually a belt. So this is really sweet. It's really quiet and smooth. The mixer we demoed actually didn't have this flat front conveyor, so I haven't seen one of these in action in person. So we like a conveyor just because it gives us more control between groups, trying to get a more precise amount of feed. If you have just an opening in the side, it's harder to get the exact amount down to 10 or 20 pounds like you can with a conveyor. So I made a video when we were demoing that Pat's mixer back in August, and that one had a conveyor off the side, so it had the door was here, and then it stuck way out. And the problem with that was it was way too wide. We could hardly fit into our barn very well. The dry cow barn, we were actually driving in the grass. And the other thing with that one was it didn't unload very smoothly. Towards the end, it kind of had trouble making its way out the door. So that's one thing we like about the front unloading. They do unload a little quicker. And with the conveyor on the front, the machine's not near as wide. So you can see it, right now it's just flush with the side of the mixer. It's not sticking down at all. Now this one actually has a slide function on it, so it'll shift either side about 8 inches. The only problem with that is we need a third remote to run that, and this tractor actually only has 2 remotes. So for right now, we just have the hoses right here. We're gonna just try and use it without moving it at all, and I might just shift it out a little bit and leave it out. We'll try that as well. And if we really want to have it move, we can get a splitter valve of some sort. That way we can control it. I do like that ability to slide. I think that would be handy. Just not gonna work today with this tractor anyway. See, on the conveyor you can see there's a motor on both sides, so we can run either direction. So I'll hop up here and look at the inside. Comparing the two, you can kind of see the size difference just in the bottom, how much wider it is. Here's the old one. Another thing we really wanted on the mixer was to have a 2-speed that cleans the augers off a lot better at the end. So this one has an electronic switch. It's up in the cab, right here. So we'll leave it in low gear for the mixing and most of the running out, and then towards the end, once you're getting empty, you just flip it over to high and it'll clean those augered off real good. We did demo one of these mixers and I was very impressed with how quick it cleaned out, quite a bit faster than the other ones we had tried. So I think it's gonna work pretty good. So looking at these mixers, lengthwise, this Meyer's definitely a bit longer. It's a little wider. I have them about even in the back. The Meyer is a little bit forward, I think, but you can see it's, I don't know, a good 3 feet longer or something. So one thing you want on a mixer for cattle is some sort of magnet to pick up any metal, nails, or anything that could possibly be in the feed. Piece of wire or something. On our old one, we had a magnet up here on this flap. So this right here, not really the best setup, because as feed's flying out through there, you're definitely not going to be able to catch everything. We would get some stuff on there, but you know, there's a washer I see right there right now. You call it this metal washer. We got something better on this new mixer. Big magnet right into the side of the tank. It's right here. So this is actually on a hinge, and you can just take these off. So yeah, if you want to clean it off, just swing it out like this. As it's mixing, it'll just be drawing that feed along there, and it'll have much more of a chance to pick up any metal. Something we wanted. This was a little bit more cost, but I think it'll be worth it if we can catch some extra metal pieces. It's a single axle, but it has dual wheels on each side. These are just regular truck tires. They're it's a more simple tire. It'll be easier to find one to replace them. They won't give you quite as much flotation. They do have options to get bigger tires. We just went with these truck tires. So I'm excited to put it to work. Just about ready to start feeding cows now. I'm gonna mix for the dry cows first. First thing we'll put in is a little bit of haylage and mineral, and then we'll head out to the commodity barn. So now we'll add hay at the commodity barn and get some silage. This is a small batch of feed, so I'm actually gonna just leave it in high range to start. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it up right now. Let it mix slowly while we load in everything else.
Heading into the dry cow barn with the first batch of feed. All right, here we go. Anytime you start a new machine, you have to figure it out a little bit.
works good. It's just kind of hard using it when it's the first time, but I think it does a good job. I'm gonna start mixing for the milking cows now. Putting the toasted soybeans in, that's the last thing. And then we'll head down to the feed room. Now I just have the mixer stirring in low while we add some mineral in the haylage. Running the triticale in now. I turned the mixer off because I have all the mineral in. You don't want to over mix it. And I'll start the PTO up again. Getting the same. We are going to do some testing to see as far as the mixing time, how long we should let it mix, but yeah, I'm going to give it a couple minutes and then we'll shut her down here. You see it doesn't take long for a piece to get from the top around the side. I got the first group run out. Works pretty good. I think I'm gonna want to extend it out the whole way. I have about half as far as it can go. I think we're gonna want to have as much extension as possible. 3/4 of the feed out now, 2,500 pounds left. I'm gonna switch it over to high gear. Just have to have the PTO off. Now I gotta wait about 10 seconds and then we can start running out. I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's something to get used to, but I think I'm gonna like it. I got the feed a little too heavy there in pen 4. Dad went and grabbed the skid loader. He's pushing it down a little bit. Just gotta get used to how fast it can run out. It really can unload a lot quicker than our old mixer did. So you can see this feed right here. When I was running at full throttle in high gear at the end to get it empty, kind of flings it out. As the augers go around this way, it flings it out this side, the opposite way that you're trying to feed. So there's a couple little things we're gonna have to get worked out, but thought it worked really good. We like parking in the barn out of the weather right here. Just want to make sure we leave enough space so we can sweep this feed in. So, good first feeding. Gonna have to get adjusted to it. We're so used to running the old mixer, but I think we're gonna like it. All right, we'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching.